Oh. Anybody here? People! On a les armes, on part en guerre. C'est jouer avec les mots qu'on blesse. On a la haine, on en est fier. Sache qu'on ne te laissera pas faire. Ça, mon dans l'air. La détresse, qu'utilise le diable et son enfer. Garde jamais le baisse. Sans cesse avec mon arme, c'est oh. Anybody here? Hello? Les idées. Qu'on lutte pour survivre. Restez libre avec le poing levé. Le poing levé. I'm here, I'm coming. Boom. Ha. He's here. Yeah, live and direct in the tube. Live and direct. Pleasure to be here on this beautiful morning. For sure, give thanks for life. Always, it's a must. Give thanks for life with, hold on, I placed my camera properly. With the structure, what did I mark? Structure and discipline create the habits, because everything is in the habit. Anything, all greats that I have achieved great things in this world, it's all out of habit. You got to program yourself to greatness. This is what you got to do. If you don't program yourself to greatness, no one will do it. So very, very important to program yourself to greatness. And for that, you need habit. You need habit. You need to create habit and get rid of the old habit that doesn't support you also. Hold on. We have many habits. Some supports us, some doesn't. But yeah, I think it's possible to create structure. You know what is structure? Structure. You have a structure. I have a structure for my children for sure. I want them to grow up with a structure, so that they don't do whatever they want when they want. They need some kind of guidance and structure, and I think you need that also. You need to create that for yourself. You need to really discipline yourself to have a strong structure and something that cannot, like you cannot go back into darkness. That's my point. Is if you have a structure strong enough and something that is unshakable, you know, you want to have a strong foundation, then you build up the structure, but that has to become unshakable. So this is the challenge. Yeah. Same thing when they build the structures. The challenge is to make it unshakable. So you want to have a strong core for sure, and that comes with building a structure. And you know, it's just out of. You really have to push yourself to take action also. If not, that will allow you to build a strong structure also. But if you take little action here and there, for sure, it's not the. You need to take massive action, create the structure, a robust structure, you know, something that cannot be shaken. And then you got to discipline yourself. Discipline yourself to do it even when you don't feel like it. And this is going to bring you to greatness. Same like I'm doing here. I'm disciplining myself to do this. And even if I don't feel like it, like if I'm not capable, I can breathe. It's another thing. Like the other morning, I had such a back pain, I couldn't breathe. I was looking for my breath. So there's times, you know, you got to be flexible also. Be flexible, but not to the point of changing the course of your journey, but you have to be flexible. But the biggest thing you have to implement, it's habit, because habit will bring you freedom also. Habits will create freedom for you, for sure. If you good habits, not bad habits, but I'm always talking about good habits. And you know, discipline yourself to that habit and to that you know, commit yourself to greatness. And that's the best thing you can do for yourself. And then you start working on yourself nonstop. non-stop working on yourself day after day. You take it one day at a time. You don't need to freak out. Take this one day at a time. Me, that's what I do. It's one day at a time, and that's it. And then we move on the next day, and it's always to rise, 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 rise every morning like the sun. You rise like the sun and you shine like the sun. So every morning every day you're gonna get better and better at your thing, and this is the journey. You grow. But if you never take that first step, into greatness, you don't have to be great to start. I wasn't great at start, but I'm becoming great because I'm attaining that. I don't think I'm a legend, but this is what I want to become. I want to become legend. I want my channel to be legend, and because I want people to really be inspired by that. And this is what you want: a journey to legend, not a journey to. Not because I want to inflate my ego or anything, but I want people to be inspired and to live their greatness and to live their dreams and to connect with the dream of life and to connect with the here and now and all the good vibes that's available. And sometimes that we miss. It's not because it's only because we're not. Oh, Sam Wolf is in the house. Rick, Kim, wisdom, big up. Lots of people. Greatness. It's just because sometimes also we have tendency to fall back into the matrix, fall back into the programming. It can happen. So to have a structure, structure yourself, create a discipline, discipline and intent. It's like nitro and glycerin. If you have the intent to go through what you have fixed for yourself, like the goals you have, like every morning, and it's not to have to smash the big goal right at start. It's each and every morning, each and every day when you wake up, set goals for your day, whether they're small or big. Anyway, once you master the small stuff, you'll master the big stuff without too much effort. It will become at ease. It's also the habits what it creates. When you create habits out of what you do it very easy. You do it very comfortably. You do it out of habit. You press start and you come on YouTube live. This is what it is. I do it out of habits, out of programming myself to do it, because nobody comes and take me by the hand to come on YouTube. So I have to push myself, program myself, up at 5 o'clock every morning, discipline myself, structure, like no alcohol, good food, maximum good food I can get, like very energetic food and stuff, like no junk food. No, this is the structure you need. You cannot expect to feed your body with trash and have energy and stuff to conquer yourself, because that's what it is. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to conquer that all the demons and all the stuff inside that's been there for a long time. Like if you sleep on your greatness, it's because there's something restraining you from going after your greatness. Probably is most of the time it's us. It's you versus you. So I realized that it wasn't me against the world, but me against me. And from that moment, everything changed. My focus started being more internal, like reflecting more and more on my journey, on what I have to bring here, and the mission, the sense of mission. But this doesn't come like just like that for. No, it comes with dedication and structure and discipline, and then you're gonna attain freedom, because once you set the habit is gonna create freedom also, because once you set the habit, you're free. You're free of the fear, free of everything. The only freedom we will probably be able to attain in a lifetime is the freedom of mind, and this is something that is wow. I think it's more than better than probably. I don't know. To me, it's the ultimate. Thing in life is to free your mind. That's probably why we're here. Open our heart, free our mind, because there's a goal to our existence. We're not here just to pay bills and die. That's not life. That's life. We still have to consider it because it's part of reality. for a lot of people. So we cannot dismiss that. But also there is something else with life that's called, mystery and greatness and divinity and stuff, that all the vibrancy of life, the real vibe, we kind of miss it sometimes. We kind of miss it because we're busy, chasing unrelevant stuff, accumulating objects and stuff, and we don't really, never really find happiness in there. I've never really found happiness in material stuff. I found the less I have, the happier I am. And the less I need, the happier I am. But the more conscious you become, also, the less you need. You become very, like, I'm not a needy person. I don't need too much in life. Need the basic, and once you start being less needy and more conscious, and all this will create a good structure also. All this will help you create the structure. Everything that you're gonna pretty much uh, do on an everyday basis, if you're aligned with love and all those good frequency, will be creating a very robust structure that you won't fail. You won't be able to let go of that structure. It's going to be you from a point. You come to a point where you really embody your mission and your journey and stuff. But for that, you need to have structure and discipline. Like, it's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. You don't see me here just 5 days a week. I'm here every day because I know that's what I need. Every day motivation is an everyday thing. You really have to discipline yourself to stay motivated. I'm not. Motivation doesn't come just like that. No? I need to motivate myself also to take action, like everybody. No? But once you create the habit, the motivation for taking action comes naturally. Also, once you bring up your sense of self-esteem, with self-esteem come motivation also. To me, to me, the self-esteem came a lot with. I gained self-esteem and strength by knowing a bit more what's going on in the world, the way the game is played. So knowing that was a big game changer for me. It allowed me to gain power. I regained my power, regained my greatness, regained my vibrancy, my life. Got reborn for life, and that's the best feeling ever. The best feeling ever. That's why I'm here to suggest people to go on a journey, and really manifest your greatness. You have something to do here. You have something to do other than working and paying your bills. There's greatness within you. There's greatness within you because it's inside. And it's inside each and every one of us. We're all champions from start. No one is here. Even even the person that think their life is finished and that they have no hope or something. Even those people can dig into their greatness, like change their life like this. You can have an expansion, take a quantum leap of expansion in a second. You can change your life whenever you want. We're not trees. A tree can be nothing but a tree. You can be something else. You can change, you can transform, you can metamorphose, there's nothing you cannot do here. But we limit ourselves. We limit ourselves a lot for some reason because we don't, but we're afraid of failure also, afraid of what people think of us, because most people do not live their dream. It's clear I'm victim of a world that doesn't want to dream anymore. Most people do not dream. Like very few of us will get in touch with our greatness, and these people, we proclaim them God, false God. This is what we do. The people that go and reach their greatness, we're all we treat them like gods. Like when you have yourself that same greatness within, this is what I realize. Hey, a man is just a man, and I have that same greatness, whatever your name is or your status. Like we all have the same biological equipment, but then what do you do with it? That's it. Many people will create extravagant life, will create extravagant legacy and something very, very big. other people will be here and without they won't leave a trace. Nobody will remember them. So there is people that are driven to greatness naturally. Others are maybe more dormant. I don't know. It's not given to everybody to say, okay, from one, because some are very, very, I don't know, but they're stuck in the programming also. So in the ego, the grip of the ego and stuff. So, it's take a pause, reflect on your existence, and look at your life. And are you satisfied with the life you're living? And if you're not, make a change. Make a change. You can make a change at any time. You can make a change in your life, and it starts by the way you communicate with yourself. This is where the change starts. The way you communicate with yourself, you create reality with this. You create your own reality just by the way you communicate with yourself. It's going to change everything. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at are going to change. You are an alchemist. You can turn a stone into gold if you want. But will you tap into that power? Will you start to reach that power, to go onto a journey and really explore all the possibilities? Because it's all here and now. All the possibilities you want to do in life, everything you want to do is here and now. It's all present. Abundance is there to the one that are abundant on the inside. If you have abundance inside, then you offer it to the world. Hello, abundance is going to come at one point, but it's to keep the faith. Keep the faith and discipline yourself and create a robust structure, a very robust structure that cannot be shaken. And that's very important. And to learn how to fight alone, to take the journey alone too. Some people will go, some people will come, some people will go, some people will stay. But, you have to be willing to most of it to some walks you have to take alone. Some walks you have to take alone, and you have to be ready to. That's why I'm never in fear to come alone on YouTube, because I know what I bring to the table. I'm not afraid to eat alone. Alors, willing to face the music, and this is why we're here. We're here to realize what is life, I think, and I don't know. There's something great with life that even me, sometimes I like, even being super motivated and stuff. Sometimes I think I miss certain stuff because I have to focus more on the here and now, and I'm getting there. I'm getting there more and more, because this is. I don't come to preach here. I just come to share my journey and how I see things, how I see life, and don't have to do everything. You don't have to agree with everything. It's the way I see things. But I think it's good to share your story, share your journey with people, because a lot of people will relate to your story also. We all have stories. We all have survived our worst moment. I survived things a lot worse than going live on YouTube. So this is very, but for one moment, I had fear of doing this. Even at the beginning, doing the live show, I was like, where am I going to find the inspiration to talk for an hour straight? Or at first, I was starting half an hour. Yeah, I was inspired. Now I go on an hour most of the time, but I push myself to that extent too, to be there, and day by day, taking action day by day. And at one point, I don't know, one day I'll be at another now, taking more action, another action, and I don't know. I go day by day, and I try to gain the maximum strength and to give more to life than I did the day before. So this is my spirit of advancement. Yeah, it's we have to be geared towards advancement, but also advance with abandon, and meet life with full presence and power. Very, very important. I'm gonna read you something here. That's what I had. We shall meet life with full presence and power. You might have heard that in some of my videos before, but I think repeating is not your true home is in the here and now. That's why when I say we're returning home, we're returning to the here and now. An affliction is stealing joy from the world's people. Poisoning was what was meant to be a divinely inspired experience of freedom. It is a haunting absence from the present moment. That's why it's called present, because it's a present. So, too many have checked out of their bodies and their lives. Many people have checked out. Many, many, many. They are not attuned to the energy and circumstances around them, nor do they overstand or, for some, understand their responsibilities to those things in this very moment. They have little awe or reverence for the blessings around them. Blessings, not a word I affection more particularly, but we'll use it anyway. Acting as if they preferred to be somewhere else, as if they were mentally living in distant time zones, hours behind or ahead of the joyous thick and bliss of now. Their life force thus seems detached and dissipated. Their lives unaccounted for and unlived. Their souls a world away. That's reality for a lot of people. The majority of humanity seems lost in the abyss of unawareness. Unawareness. The hollow and glazed eyes of so many reveal it all. Minds trapped in the dark, unfeeling hinterlands of distraction and thoughtlessness. They are not sleeping, but they are not conscious, alert, purposeful. They are buzzed out on coffee, but without awareness, there is no real center of energy, no grounding, no vibrant feel for the now. Life is not meant to be a long series of unfelt and undirected experiences. We are not to be zombies and slaves, unconscious animals trapped in dumbness of the moment, dumbness to the moment, leading mindless and powerless lives. We are not intended to be inattentive to our loved ones and the duties of life or the dreams in our hearts. Should we wish to be free and alive with full power, we must decide to bring the full might of our conscious mind to the present experience. We must choose to feel again. We must sense this life. Let us remember that all that we love of life can be accessed only now. Only now. All we seek is here, with us, and available to us in this very moment. All the real riches, love, passion, joy, satisfaction, harmony are available now on the menu of the mind, available for us to savor should we awake and order them. Should we awake? All that we seek to become is also here. We can choose what role we want to play and how we will direct life's energy in each moment. Should we learn to direct our awareness and power in all we do, then discontent shall disappear and a vital energy will return. We will sense a vibrancy unfathomable to most men and women of this earth. We shall meet life with full presence and power. This is what a lot of people are missing, is to meet life with full presence and power. You know, we have the power to do anything with our lives. I don't know, for some reason we prefer to sleep on the switch and just, it's the effort also, because it requires a lot of effort to step into your greatness. You have to step into your fears, for sure, and you get nervous, every time Every time you step into your fear, you get nervous, but also what you're gaining strength. Every time you go after one thing to another that scares you, you gain strength. There's times like I look at all the shows I've done on the Truman Show. Many of time I was nervous before. Some you can sense my nervousness, some less. But I even today I go on and I'm still nervous, and it's normal. That's what I want. If that feeling, that's what I want to sense when I say you have to sense life, the present moment again. But this is what it is. If you cannot sense those vibes, if I'm not getting nervous or it doesn't make me anything to come on YouTube live and direct, what's the point of doing it? I want to feel, I want to sense life in the present moment, and this is what I do coming here. It allows me to meet life with full presence and power. This is a way that I found a way to give sense to my life. It gives a lot of sense to my life to share my voice and share my story. For now, this is the way I do it. Eventually, will be another way, but I don't stress out with outcome or anything. I'm just taking it day by day. I come here and I don't know, tap into the power that I've been given, and I don't know, it's just becoming normal day after day. The more action I take, the easier it becomes, for sure. Yeah, it's all about progress. It's all about progress. I'm a progressive man, that's for sure. I'm a progressive man, and I love progressive people. For sure, I love people that seek progress. It's all about progress. It's you rise to the occasion, and you progress day by day into what you want to become. It's not about what you have, it's who you are. It's how far you have come. Where you're from and what you have has nothing to do with what you're capable to do, or it's about who you are. It's about who you are, who you can become. But for that, you must start a journey. You have to start a journey, because who you are is not really who they told you were. So you have to unlearn everything you have learned about yourself, about the world, about everything. It's a rebirth. It's a rebirth, basically, that you have to feel. You have to feel like you're reborn in this world. Probably have to die a few times before you can really live life. Before you can really get in touch with life, I think you have to die a few times. I've died maybe 2-3 times here, but it's that's what the journey brings you. It brings you to discovering a new you always. It's it's always a new beginning, a new day, and that's it. I transform constantly, also, not just once a month. It's a constant transformation. That's what progress is. You want to moving forward is the aim, for sure. And I think we're moving forward, for sure. It's people are finding their we're realizing that we're very, very mighty as people. We are very mighty, but like we must gain back our power if we want to make a change here. And it's up to us also to change things, because they are not conscious. The blind is leading the blind. We can't expect the government to make a change. If we make a change in our ways, we the people become more conscious and stop perpetuating the overlay. All these things will dissolve, but it's up to us. Do we really want it to change? Or is this just a dream? Is this just a dream, or we really want it to change? That's what I talked the other day about. I'm like, okay, everybody wants a change. Everybody wants a change, but look at their ways. Look at the way they do things. Look at maybe your own ways have to change also. I have to change some of mine. Some are very, very aligned with oneness, but some other stuff I still have to work on myself. Little stuff that I still have to eradicate from my programming and stuff. But it's I think everyone has the power to at least stop attaching your vibrancy and your frequency to those evil things in Babylon. We can stay away from the evil stuff. Each and every one of us, unless you really love evil stuff, you might stay addicted to it. But I think all of us, if we stop attaching so much vibration to their stuff, eventually it will dissolve. It's easy to change the world. It's easy to change yourself once you are committed to do the effort and then like create a structure and all that. It becomes easy, and it would be easy also to change the world. Just change your ways. Each and every one of us change their ways. We start giving guidance also to the youth. Telling the children the truth is very, very important. Give them some guidance. Most people have we don't we school people and we put them in public prison, and with the youth, never empowering them on their greatness, on their, hey, you're here to live your dreams or stuff. Bring them to, what I would like to do is just at least give them the possibility to get in touch with their dream, to get in touch with their greatness. But that's not what we do with children. We just school them, and 50% of the stuff you learn in school is packed with nonsense and lies. And okay, there might be the vocabulary, the mathematics a bit that I would not deny, or how to read and stuff. The basic stuff, you need what, maybe 3,000 hours for that to learn this. What about the other 9,000? What are we doing in school for 12,000 hours? That's the time we pass there. Like, what did I learn from 12,000 hours that I remember today? La règle de trois, the rule of three in mathematics. That maybe the only thing I really remember that I used to use often, especially on jobs. But most of the stuff we learn in school, we don't really remember. I don't know. For my part, I don't really remember what I've learned in high school, and especially when I started to realize all this stuff was like, teach that Christopher Columbus discovered America. It's all that stuff is very but also we should have asked more questions, but we just didn't. And that's it. We've become very, very numb to reality. As we the more we it seems like the more we go on in life and adapt the system default state, we become numb to reality, and we just don't ask questions. And that brings us to a state of slavery and all this. Slave with the mind, slave with the. Many people are slaves and they don't even know. So it's very important, at least, to recognize the kind of programming you're under, the ego and all that stuff. At least you don't let yourself be controlled so much. Your level of awareness is a little bit higher. We have to do what we have to do to survive, but we also can be aware of what's going on. I think it's very important, because that's going to change the way you see things. You're not going to go to work so miserable if you know why you are doing it and stuff. And it's to bring joy in every moment. It's to bring joy in every moment. Every moment, even when you go to work, you bring joy in there. You bring some vitality. People need that. Me, I've always been a guy that's very, very positive, even on jobs and stuff. Like, always an inspiration. I think for many people, I've been an inspiration in life for many people, not only on YouTube, but live also, because I always shared all my knowledge, all especially when I was operating those machines. I was my goal was to see other people succeed before me. Like, I've trained operators that probably today are still there, and but I'm very, very happy to have shared my knowledge. I've never kept anything. I don't think this is the way to. I think it's to give back, and maybe all those good action that I've done, brought me to creating that kind of a person that I am today. It's by having different kind of experience in life that you're gonna discover at one point what's your passion. What do you love? Me, I love people. I love to coach. I love to And that I know from a long time. It's not just I've been working on this. I've been also going to a seminar about coaching and programs with the Babylonian government for coaching people on work on job site and yeah. So I've been always into coaching and I love it. It's my passion. I know, and that's what it is. That's why you see me here every day. I want us to manifest our greatness. That's the message, you know. But that's it. We must rise as mighty people. Red Rose Rocker, Yellow Crystal Warrior. Big up, big up. Yeah. Family of light. For sure, we are the family of light. Yeah. We have seen the light. For sure, we have seen the light. And that's something I'm not. But you know, it's crazy. I have to come on YouTube and tell you guys that I have seen the light. If I go and tell my mother I've seen the light, she's gonna laugh in my face. If I go see my father and tell him, Dad, I seen the light. Finally, 40 something years old, I seen the light. I have to come on YouTube. This is so inverted. You see the inversion in the world? I cannot go into real life and tell that to people because they will laugh. Seen the light? What do you mean you seen the light? You know, but this is what we are, a family of light, because we have seen the light. Yeah, Jalite. Yeah, everything that doesn't kill you will make you stronger. So have many, maximum experience you can have. Go through it, even if it scares you. Me, I say do it. The one that scares you or the one that's gonna make you grow the most. The more you go outside your comfort zone, the faster you're gonna grow. So if you want to grow fast, go really way out your comfort zone. Way out your comfort zone, and you're gonna grow fast. It's gonna be exponential the growth you're gonna have. It cannot be otherwise. No? If you focus on all your thoughts on what you want to become, you're going to become it. No? That's going to be your reality, no matter what. No? You cannot escape that. There's stuff you cannot escape. There's laws, natural, universal laws you cannot escape if you stick to it. No? And that's everybody. Look at the moment you start shining light. The light is the love of the divine. The love of the divine is the light you have inside. So the moment you start shining your light, shining the love of the divine, that's what we do. We are messengers for the divine, for God. Call it whatever name you want. Me, I am not. I don't. I have no attachment to words, so you can call it Buddha, Krishna, God, Allah, Jah, the light, the source, the divine. Call it whatever you want. But there is a light we must shine, and this is the love of the divine, or that's it. And if you shine bright, he will pour his blessing, if you want, on you for sure, and you will just rise and rise and rise and rise, because this is what we're meant to do here. We're meant, I think, listen, life is not just to be a subtle experience. Come on, it's way too great. Look, I'm not hooked on any machine. I can do whatever I want. My body's perfect. Okay, gives me a bit of pain sometimes. A lot of pain created by the body, but if you don't associate your mind to it too much, you can overcome a certain pain body, like I was talking in the video yesterday that I posted. And that's another thing, to not let the pain body limits you. And once you can transcend all these stuff if you put your mind to it. But it's to master your mind. It's that's another, I think, probably a great reason why we're here, to master our mind and master our the outcome of our life. We can do that. We have the potential to do a lot. We are very phenomenal. If we decide to decide, we can be very phenomenal. But if we don't take action, nothing will ever happen. So it's day by day, take action. The next day, take bigger action. It's just, but it's up to you to seize the opportunities. If you do not see, because if you're not in the here and now, present, experiencing life with full presence and power, you might not seize the opportunities that presents to you. We are very numb to reality, and sometimes we don't just see the opportunity and presented to us, and we just like, sometimes it can be one idea can change your life. One idea, one day can change your life. Look, I had one day I woke up and I had that idea of Motivation Academie. Changed my life completely because it gave me so much strength. Now, even if I don't get what I want to do, I can do anything else. I can turn on a dime and do anything else because I have the strength to carry on. That's very important to develop the strength to carry on. We're here. We got a job to do. We got to carry the truth, carry ourselves. Because the government has no conscience. Cannot really tell me that the government has a conscience and want good for people. Come on. Let's come back to reality. That's not what's going on. And I think most of us can sense that the government is just a machine with no conscience. And it's up to us, conscious people, to bring about a new reality, a new earth. It's time for us to nourish our existence and to bring about a new earth. I think we can all do it with enough sense of mission, developing a stronger sense of mission altogether, because you develop it with yourself, and then the rest of the world will, if one of us win, we all win. So it's a matter of working together. But right now we're so separated, and we create a lot of separation also unconsciously creating separations. Especially, look, I thought at one point on YouTube, especially with that flat earth stuff, that we were going to be more like, not united, but yeah, united. I thought this was going to, but I realized that it was just something, it's just another thing to divide people even more. To divide people and to, that's it, inflate the ego, because now there's bald earth believers and flat earth believers, and who's wrong, who's right, and nobody knows. The worst is nobody knows. So you argue for one thing, the other one for another thing, and nobody knows. But at least we recognize that the government and those psychopaths in power lie to us. So that's a very, very important things to know, that we are lied to. And because from there we are going to gain a lot of power. It gave me back the opportunity to grab my power, because it's not for sure you're going to get it. It's only if you take action. So it's only potential. Knowledge is potential power, because if you don't take action, you can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't take action and you don't share it with others, you don't inspire others, it's only potential thing. So we must share ourselves, share everything we know. Love is free. Exactly. Love is free. So, that's probably, that's a great thing that we have. We have the power of love, and it's free, and it's accessible here and now to anybody. We all have love in our hearts. Even the most psychopath in the world, love his car, or love his wife, or love his children, or love is something that we all have, but at different levels, different degrees. Some of us express it very loud, very with a very, very open heart. Some others will not be so much open-hearted, but I think if we stop the hatred from growing altogether, and we concentrate on love, we can pour a major amount of love here, and that will create a shift in the awareness of the mind of the collective, and eventually the world will change. It's meant to change. I'm very, very optimistic. It's not. There's no pessimist. There's no room for negativity. No room for negativity in this journey. For sure, we must remain very, very positive, very optimistic, very positive that it's changing, because also, if you want to find back this optimism, all this good vibration, you have to become the change, because once you become the change, you embody the change you want to see in the world. The way you look at things change radically, because suddenly you find back that vibrancy, that good feeling with life that we have lost, long time lost for me. Come on. That's why now it's an everyday thing to come here. I want to find back that, that joy with life that I have lost over time. I've lost the vibrancy of life because I was never in touch really with who I was. I was just playing some kind of I don't know, not being aware. It's just I wasn't aware that I had greatness, and because I don't know, I've never. But I was aware I had greatness, but I mean I've never found a way to express it, or was too busy. Never thought it was for me, or but when I realized, when I saw like Les Brown and other people speak, I'm like, whoa, I can do that too if I work enough on myself, concentrate and read books and watch videos, and you know redo the blueprint in there. I can manifest something out of there for sure. But it's to erase that trash. There's treasure. Investigate the trash, because there's treasure in it for sure. But then after, redo the blueprint and reinstall the new software in yourself. Something that is based on love, compassion, and truth. And this is what we are. So we have been programmed very, very deep. Me, I've recognized it, and that's why I'm here, undoing that trauma and trying to reach greatness and reach that state of bliss. But that state of bliss is in the here and now. But that's it. It's to become most present possible in the present moment and tap into my full power and full. But for that, there's going to be many, many, many talks on YouTube. I expect to do this for a long time before I see what I would like to see, my expectation, because I'm not going to live to other people's expectation, but my own. This is what you got to concentrate on, because for sure people will come in. Not too many people will see the things that you see. Some will be very, very supportive, but most people are very busy with their life, so they will not see that you even work on something, that they will not see that it's a dream for you, or because they don't see it for themselves. So you cannot really. You got to be single-minded, focused, laser focus on your stuff, and not let people discourage you, or because there will be a lot of people. They will make it their journey to scrap other people's journey, like to cause bad vibes on other people's journey, to break the vibe. Some people will make that their mission unconsciously, because they are very crabby and miserable, so they want they feed on other people reaction to their miserability. They create stories for nothing, and then they feed on people. And so it's very important to recognize that the toxic influence around you. There's a lot of toxic influence around you, so recognize them, move on. I think we can all sense what's toxic around us. Is just to also, be present, and sense the present moment, and you're gonna recognize what's toxic, what support and doesn't support you. But if you're constantly distracted, and this is what you crave, distraction, it's not. You're not gonna gain much power from distraction. Distractions are there to distract us from reality, distract us from our journey, distracting us from carrying on, because we're here to do a job. We have a job to do. Me, I take my mission very seriously. But this is what is, once you start taking the world onto your shoulder and having a sense of mission to save the world, people will try to break your vibe, and because they don't see that as, they're just much for themselves. So they will not see your journey as something that can impact the world, or they will try to break your vibe. And me, I'm very, very confident that I will change the world for sure. For sure, I'm changing it now. So for sure, I'm very bad. Not by myself. I will not change it by myself, but I will change my world. I'm creating my world from scratch. So for sure, it's gonna change other people's world, and the world we experience is what we see. So if I can create a different reality, I'll have different experience, and that's very promising. No courage without fear. Courage for sure. You gotta have courage, but there's no courage without fear. Fear is legitimate. Some are legitimate. Some, it's just that some we let fear immobilize us a lot. That's what I did for a long time. I think it's probably just that was immobilizing me was the fears. Fear of what people think. Fear of failure. But you cannot fail. You cannot fail. You can only win or learn. So don't think you're gonna fail if you try something, and just try it. Just do it. And the worst comes to worst, you're gonna live and learn. It's live and learn. I've done things that the outcome wasn't the way I've planned it. So I said, okay, I've learned now. I take that as a lesson and I move on. You're gonna have a lot of lesson in life, a lot of stuff that, lots of tribulation and things that's gonna, especially like, come on, if you take action on an everyday basis and you go after what you want, you're gonna have lots of tribulation, lots of high and low highs. So you've got to learn how to negotiate with those waves and just take it as they come in. And it's called life. You acknowledge what's going on. Sometimes you're gonna have situation that they might take you out of focus. Analyze what's going on. It's called life. And then take everything you get from it and live and learn. And then the next experience and the next step to greatness and the next and the next, and suddenly you become great. You become legend. That's what it is. It's because you have taken action, created habits, and those habits will bring you to your greatness. But it's all about the habits. You must create habit, and good habit, not destructive, not self-destructive habit. That you can have too. But if you concentrate on creating a good habit and stuff that inspire you, that support you, and stuff, because at first, every great people, I'm telling you, it's about the habit. So you must create momentum. Speed is momentum. You want to create content, you have to put content out there, be there. Consistent action, patience is, if you rise in love with patience, you win. So don't worry about the rest. Just become very patient and consistent, and it's for sure you're gonna get it. That's an the force will attach to you and will help you to get to where you want to go. Just by but with inspiration, you will find inspiration, and then you just are over the top. You go over the top and you don't stop, and that's the way I see it. We didn't come into this realm for ourselves. We came here to help along our way. Yeah. Me, my first thing that I have in mind is to help others. Share my voice is the good way too. We are known by our actions. Even if one doesn't speak out, our actions define us and can motivate others. Yeah. You lead by example. By you change the world. The world is changed by your example, not your opinion. This is the thing. The world is changed by your example. So some people don't talk, but they take massive action, and we look at them and the actions they take, and we're motivated by that. So it's some people talk. Some people don't talk, but take action. It's all me. I trust action. I do not trust words. You can talk, blah, 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 but what kind of action are you taking? That's the thing. So I trust action for sure. Come on. And my best advice to you is turn your words into action. That's it. Yeah. Did my morning prayers here, and the shout out to Satan and the evil ones, warning them. Time's up. They're going down quickly. Oh yeah, they're going down because now the energy on Earth is so strong, the positive energy, and the people seeking truth, speaking truth also. Like there's lots of open, and we're creating and we are taking back our power. We are. It's power to the people anyway. It's up to us to become more conscious, change our ways. The moment we change our ways, we're gonna change a lot of things, because it's to look at what we do, our own ways of doing things, and then we create change and we create awareness, and the people around us will pick up this awareness and this ways, these conscious ways of living. Once you embody the consciousness and you're conscious, and people come to you and, hey, why does he question this? uh, then they become themselves, they start questioning their reality and say, oh, maybe I should be more conscious. But this is what we do. Our vibes will affect people around us. So it's sometimes you don't even need to talk just to become conscious. People will see you. You bring people to your home and they will see you cook and or prepare a salad or a good meal, and they will say, oh, he's eating greens. Oh, that's good for just your action sometimes can make people reflect, and you don't even need to talk. You don't even need to argue with people or to make them see it. Just do it. Just do it. Become more conscious yourself, and everybody around you will pick up that vibe. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. Everything is frequency and vibration. And he's out. He will be back. Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, he will be back. And I'm reading your comments now. Outside creation, everything has been created, and you already are everything that you want to be. Yeah, we are life. We are life. So rise and shine, ja people. Yeah. He's out. We'll be back later on, another now. So give thanks for life every day. It's an everyday thing. It's not just once in a while. We give thanks every day and we rise and shine. He's out.